Hello everybody, welcome back to Papa's Saw Shop. I'm Papa. Today I kind of wanted to show you a little bit about the rollout of the old goat Papa Saw. So been a lot of anticipation about this guy, and it's finally rolling out and getting into some people's hands. And so I just kind of wanted to, if you're interested in a Papa Saw, or if you've just if you've seen somebody running one of these monsters and said, what the heck is that, I just kind of wanted to show you from the ground up. I'm a little dusty. I've been working out in the plastics area of this thing today, so but I'll show you what I was working on earlier here in just a second. But so I'm going to show you the basic engine. All right, I might look familiar to you. It's basically a 92cc engine. Looks a lot like a steel block. I'll give you that. Is it a steel? No, it's not. Is it a steel block? No, it's not. No. Steel never made a block like this. So, and I'll tell you why. Okay. So we have a cast department that makes these things. Okay, now on the interior of these, and I wish I would have had this doggone thing apart and showed it to you before, but I didn't. I was sitting here working on this plastic, and I thought, haven't made a video about the skeleton on one of these things. I probably should. I've got another one here, a prototype here, but it's all put together too. Anyhow, so I'll get on with it. So inside the case of these guys, there's a lot of extra. You got these little supports right here, and they're built on the inside as well. Okay, so on the inside, when we build these together, we want to make these things so that you can do that all day with it and not be afraid of it. Now, I'll drop this damn thing from my roof if I want to. I'm not afraid of it. All right, the reason being, and I'll drop it just like this. The reason being, the only thing I'm going to be nervous about breaking is this, this kind of stuff here, if it landed right there. But if it lands on the engine, this is all reinforced on the inside. Everything's all reinforced on the inside. Now, you ever see these damn things when they get older and they get all charred and stuff in the front up here? Not a Papa Saw. You know why? Our saw blocks are heat treated all the way around it. The whole damn thing, we heat treat the whole damn thing. Our biggest enemy in the old goat chainsaw world is heat. We focus everything on the reduction of heat, because we believe that if we can reduce the amount of heat that's caused up here, then we can reduce the amount of heat that goes down here. Okay, so that's what we're concentrating on. Anything that we can reduce what's called BHP, brake horsepower. And if you've ever been to the shop, you've heard me explain it to you. I'm not going to get into it. You can look it up. All right. So the case reinforced, heat treated. I don't know if anyone else has ever done that, but we do that. Okay. Now, that's all patented. I didn't want to show you any of this or make any kind of videos of this because we've been dealing with doing the patents on these, and that's, I'll tell you, friends and neighbors, if you ever want to do a patent, well, just don't. It's it's a nightmare. But if you didn't want to do it, Papa, why'd you do it? Well, I'll tell you in a few seconds here. I am sick and damn tired of plastic saws. I'm tired of saws that I see come into my shop every day with a name brand on it that's 100 years old, or the name is 100 years old or some stupid thing, and they have decided, let's go all plastic now. Bull crap. It's time to go back to basics and make a quality saw. It's time to make a good, sturdy saw. It's time to put a little know-how into it. And I put 30 years of know-how in these damn things. So there are saw companies out there that have the capability of making a damn good saw. Do they? Well, that's up to opinions, but I'll tell you this much. If I'm cutting down a tree, I think I'd rather not have a plastic saw to do it with. We all want to make it a little bit lighter, but you know what? You want to buy a plastic chainsaw? Yeah, just chew on that for a little bit, okay? All right, so I digress. Let's move on. So our whole point of making these saws, I'm not trying to make a Stihl. I'm not trying to make a Husqvarna. I'm not trying to make we're not reinventing the wheel. I tell our production crew around here all the time, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just making it roll better. Too many people are making square wheels. We're not doing that anymore. So, everything that we do is to reduce the heat and make it easier for you, the sawyer, to work with. Also, we're trying to make it so that you never have the choice of, should I buy a handle or should I just buy a new saw? Because they both cost about the same. What we're trying to do is we want to make your money on the saw that we build you, not the parts that we sell you. That's my goal. That's what I'm looking for. I only want to sell you one saw. I don't want to have to sell you 2 or 3 of the same one because they wore out in a couple of years. These saws are built to last a minimum of 10 years. We warranty them for 3 years. But my intention is that they should last you for at least 10 years. My long-term intention of these, I like to see you hand these things down to your kids. When they get old enough to go out and cut trees and drink a beer with you of legal age, you can hand them this saw and say, you know what, I bought this thing from this crazy old coot, and by God, it's the best saw I ever had. That's what I want right there. That's the legacy I'm looking for right there. Okay? So that's what we build these things with in mind. We don't build them for parts replacements. That's not what we're looking for. Some parts are going to wear out. You're going to wear out a sprocket. You're going to wear out a brake. Some of that stuff, you're just going to wear that stuff out. It's going to happen. Some guys are going to wear them out faster. Again, I digress. All right. Now, there's some stuff on these saws that you're gonna get your hands on one of these, and you're gonna say, you know what, that's not a high quality part. You know what? Doesn't have to be. Okay. This flywheel right here, I'll tell you right now, it's an aftermarket flywheel. You know why? I very, very seldom, and I'll say once every, lifetime, do I ever see somebody that says, you know what, the saw runs great, but I think the flywheel needs to be replaced? Yeah, not very damn often, okay? All right, so you're going to see that, okay? Caps on it, probably not going to be, I don't know, I don't want to say top quality. All right, they're going to hold up, they're going to do what they got to do. All right, are they aftermarket? Well, they're probably going to be. This is ours, actually, one that we made. But do we put a lot of thought in the cap? No, because I get a lot of saws, brand new, name brand, whatever, but these damn things wear out. All right, you're paying a lot of money for this saw. I want you to pay for this. This is going to wear out. This is going to wear out. Okay? And we're going to try and make these parts not wear out so fast so that you don't have to buy a cap and go broke buying caps all year. We don't want you doing that. But I can tell you this much. We put a lot of thought, a lot of research into building these saws. I don't believe I put any research into how this damn cap works. I should put some into how to screw them in there. I seem to have a problem with that. All right. So you get the reinforced, heat-treated block. Okay? This is the gem. This is the heartbeat right here. This is the old goat head. All right, this has taken us a little bit in the making, but that's our patented head right there. Patented cylinder head. I'll get this a little closer so you can see it. Now, you might notice that this is a bit different than other 92cc heads you've seen. This has got a big old notch at it right there. You see that? So our heads are built for the patented Papa air channel. All of our saws, all of our old goat saws have some sort of an air channel. Okay? Remember that BHP I talked about and keeping that heat down? Now, I didn't put our top quality piston in here with the cast iron rings and all that. Yeah, I'm doing some sales talking now. All right, but I didn't put that in here because I want to show you something here. The damn coil wire is getting right in my way. Okay, I want to show you something here. Oh, also check out that ported exhaust. They're all ported. It has a little bit more power, and we want to have airflow. We want to have everything going out of here. All right, take a look at this. That bad boy sits right on there. Take a look. Get out my little magnet pointer right here. I got it turned the wrong way. Now, we'll just do this. I'm having a hard time seeing what you're looking at here. Let me try this. All right. You see this right here? Where this is? All right. Let me explain this to you. There's your coil wire. Goes up here, your spark plug, all that kind of stuff. The air comes through here from your flywheel. Why nobody thought about this before, I don't know. But you know what? I patented this, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Air comes up here from your flywheel. There's a cover right here. So the air doesn't go anywhere else except right here. Now, you're seeing this case in its virgin form because it's going to have a covering that sits right across here. We're going to block off that air. That air is going to come up. It's going to get shot down into this valley right in here, because now this cylinder head is carved out just the way I want it. Our air is going to follow that magnet right down in there, and look where it's headed. Now, it's going to come down in here, but guess what? There's an air shield right here. Can't go down there. Where's it going to go? It's going to go right up in there. And now where's it headed, Papa? That air's headed right up here. And now, when I we've got a little tester that I can test how much air output comes out of right here. Instead of having 10 psi of air pressure coming through here, I now have 30 to 50 psi of air coming through here. Now, what does that do? Well, that keeps all this cool all the way around in here. You know what's happening inside here? You got a big bore 92cc engine that's pumping out some horsepower in here. Yeah, it's getting hot. You know what? I'm proud to say, not on a Papa saw. This right here Gets about 900 degrees. This over here on this side gets about 900 degrees. Now, you take a regular 92cc engine and you measure this, and then you measure that. Oh, there's a world of difference between how hot this is and how hot this is. Not on a Papa Saw. You know what? The racing bearings that are back in here and the specialized seals that are dual sealed, they never get broke in, ever. Not on a Papa Saw. They don't get hot enough. They don't get hot enough to ever feel what old age feels like, because they're never going to get hot. As long as you're using the proper fuel and the proper oil mix in this thing, these bearings here and here, back inside there, are never going to see that kind of heat. They're never going to see the kind of heat that your name brand saw is going to see. Yeah, try that on for size. All right, now let's just say, for kicks and giggles, what about this, Papa? When that air comes through here and it comes up through this side, isn't it going to escape? On a 92cc cover, there's a big hole right here. I'll give you one of our prototypes here to put on. What do you think about that? Now this is pretty ugly because it hasn't gotten to the final pretty it up stage. But that bad boy sits right there. Look at what's happening inside there. This thing fits just like that. Where's all that air now, fellas? It's right there. It's coming out right here. And it's cooling it. Look at all that space we put in here. We expanded the top cover. Yeah, what does this look like? Well, it ain't. I can tell you that right now. This is a revamped cover. Will it be that color when we're done? No, it will not be. Which, let me get to my next point. Colors, pick your color. You want a pink saw? I'll get you a pink saw. You want a purple saw? We'll make you a purple saw. You tell me what color you want, we'll make the damn thing your color. You want it pink with purple polka dots? I'll make it pink with purple polka dots. It's your saw. You pick your color. We're not doing no, it's our color. The hell with that. It's your saw. You pick your color. All right. Now, oh shit, let's just throw it all over the place. Obviously, these are pretty tough because I'm throwing them all over the bench. Now, what else can you do, Papa, to make this thing? Oh, I'll tell you what else I can do. Put one of those bad boys on it, right there. That's what that'll end up looking like. Yeah. So you got a ported exhaust with a bark box muffler. Yeah. Better make sure you got your ear protection on when you're wearing this thing, when you're using this thing. Oh, and you go to www.papashop01.com. You make sure you get your PPE, because you're going to need them when you put these bad boys on this thing. Yeah. All the old goat saws come with 3-point dogs. Right out there from West Coast Saws. West Coast Saws is in I won't say relationship, but that sounds weird. But anyway, West Coast Saws helps us out with all of our building materials, with all this stuff. On the bottom of this thing, just to make damn sure, you got this guy. It's going to go underneath the cover. Now, once our handles are put on, those handles are tested for 2,500 PSI. And the rear of the handle that sits back here, tested for 2,500 PSI. What does that mean? Well, that means basically, and I'm no physicist, but basically if you drop a big old fat branch from 40 feet up in the air and you drop it right on this saw, you can just sit up in your tree and laugh about it because it ain't breaking this saw. That's a Papa saw right there. We're not screwing around with this stuff. Now, what makes your saw any better than anybody else, Papa? There are other people out there that can build a saw. Oh yeah, there are. I know a few of them. They're damn good. Are they better than me? Huh? Hey, well, I hope so. Now, I hope I'm not the best damn saw builder in the world, because I'm old. I ain't gonna live forever. All right, but what makes it different? I'll tell you what makes it different. Right there. 3 years. You put the right fuel and the right oil in there. We're going to tell you what oil to put in here, because these are not your basic cylinders. This is not your basic chainsaw. This is a professional chainsaw. If this is your first time of ever operating a chainsaw, I do not want you to buy this saw from me, because this is not for you. This is for somebody with experience, somebody that knows what they're doing. This is a powerful saw, and it will kill you. I'm not going to beat around the bush about it. These saws are made for horsepower, and they are made for longevity. This is a mean machine, okay? This is not a regular cylinder. This is a high temp cylinder. This is not a regular saw, okay? You just don't go out and just buy some cheap old oil and stick in it and good enough. No, this is different. This is all different. The bearings and seals are different. The crankshaft's different. Everything in it is a little bit different than everything else. All right? So, you take care of your saw, I'll take care of you for 3 years. If this thing goes bad in 3 years, you bring this saw back and I'll put one in it for free. I guarantee it for 3 years. All right? Now, I expect it's going to last for a lot longer than 3 years. So the only thing that I want out of you when you buy one of these Papa saws, okay, I want you to use the hell out of it. First of all, I want you to go out there and I want you to cut down some damn trees with this thing. Send me videos, send me pictures, send me whatever. Show me. If something breaks on it, you send me a picture and say, hey, this damn thing broke. I'm gonna bring it back to you. You bring it back, we'll fix it. And we'll not only fix it, but we'll send that piece out to our research and development department, and they'll figure out what it takes to build that piece better. And when we do that upgrade, we'll give you a call and say, hey, we got a free upgrade for you. Come in and get that upgrade on your saw. Oh, forgot to tell you. Pull cords. You know what? Made by Cobra Cord. Your cord on this saw, never going to break. Guaranteed. Your pull cord, yeah, you'll never replace another one. That's just the way it is. That's a Papa saw right there. So, what's a Papa saw? Is it a name brand? Nope. Looks a lot like it. Well, it ain't. There ain't a name brand out there that's built a saw like this. Ever. I've looked. I've ran them. Are they heavy? You're building them like that. Are they heavy? You know what? No, they're not. Because in our research, when we did the research and development on these, what we've done is basically remove some of the stuff that they put into it, that others have put into these things, and then we've added our own stuff. How much difference? That depends on the saw. Some of them we build a little tougher. Some of them, if you're running in very hot areas and we know it, we modify the saw even more. This right here all gets trimmed out so that air channel opens up wider and we get even more airflow through here. If we think you need it, or you tell me you need it, we'll open that thing up, we'll modify that even more, and then we reinforce the case a little bit so that it'll hold up to it. Okay? Yeah, we build it around you. That's what a papa saw is. We're not building a saw around me. What you're buying when you buy a papa saw, or when you buy an old goat saw, the papa saw, you're buying 30 years of experience. You're buying a saw directly from us. These heads, I'm going to tell you a little secret. Every single one of these have taken a long time with a human hand. Okay? These get inspected, they get researched, they get tested, they get the works. These things have been handled all over the place before you get them. Our quality control is right up there. We do our very best to do that. These things, obviously these are handmade. Every single one of them. Every single one of these, we get these handmade. You know why? Because right now this might change as we go forward, but right now I want to know that every single one of these are going to hold up the way I want it to. I'm not going to trust any company anywhere. Look at that. I don't want that. No. We're going to reinforce that. All this is where all that heat's going right here. I don't want it built like this. This is the cold side. I don't care about that. That's okay. But this is the hot side. It's going to get 900 degrees right here. I want to make sure that's going to hold up for you. So every one of these, I'm going to put my hand on it. Every one of these, I'm going to toss it around on the floor. I want to make sure it holds up before it gets into your hands and you go out there and start killing trees. Okay? So, that's the dedication that's put behind these things. And again, you got my word on it for 3 years anyway. After 3 years, if you use my saw for 3 years, an old goat saw, you bring it in, you trade it in, we'll buy it back from you. We'll see what we can do for you. We're not going to buy it from you for what you put into it. Come on, I do got to make a little bit of money here. But try and do that at any other dealer. Take them back your saw after 3 years. Sell it to them and say, I want the new and improved model. Here, why don't you take mine? Oh, by the way, you can just go ahead and buy it from me. Yeah, see what you get. You might get a new saw, but I guarantee you I'll treat you better than they will. All right. Well, I'm done yelling at you. Just want to take a minute here as these things roll out. There's a lot of questions about these things. Please, if you've got any questions at all, this video is going to be on the website. So go down there, right down there where there you got a little icon. Looks like somebody's talking to you. You just push on that icon right there and ask your question. That question goes right to me directly. So I will answer any questions you have. If you're interested in one of these things, you give us a call here at the shop, order it online. I will say this much, be patient with us. We're putting these things out just as fast as we possibly can. We've got people on these things building them every day, and I mean I've got these people working like dogs around here, and so, and as you can see, I'm getting in there and helping myself. So we're putting them out there just as fast as we possibly can. But please be patient with us once you place your order, because it does take us a bit to put all this stuff together. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for just for being our customers. I want to thank you for watching, and like I always say, be safe out there. Happy motoring.